back to another Hockey East All Access feature. I am Natalie Norrie, and today I'm joined by Aerin Frankel, a senior goaltender from Northeastern. First of all, thank you for joining me today, Aerin. It's a pleasure to have you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, it's probably felt like a long time, almost too long, since you ended last year's season, a Hockey East championship, right?
Yeah, it's felt like a while, kind of a long summer there.
Yeah, I'm sure winning 9-1 over UConn and then going into quarantine is not how you planned on celebrating.
Yeah, we were hoping to play our NCAA games, but unfortunately that was short, but out of our control.
Right. And it's been a long wait. It's been a long road, but you're finally back on campus and you're skating and you're lifting and practicing with your team now, right?
Yep, we're back to pretty much a normal week. We're practicing every day, obviously other than our mandatory off days, and we're getting in the weight room to lift 3 times a week. The only thing that kind of looks different is we're doing small group workouts. So we have 4 of us in there at once since our weight room's kind of small, but we've progressed to do full team practices, which has been awesome, and that feels pretty normal. Like our first 2 weeks back, we were in 2 groups and the team was cut in half, but now we're back to a full team practice, which has been awesome.
And how does the team look and feel right now through everything?
I think we look really good. I think the compete level's high and everyone's spirits are pretty high. I think everyone's just happy and grateful to be back on the ice together. I feel like we really missed it.
Was it hard at first to return and try to, you mentioned the level of spirits and excitement. Was it hard to kind of get that going when you guys first came back to campus?
Maybe for some people, but I think our group as a whole was pretty good, and spirits were high since the first day back on the ice. I think people were just looking forward to practicing so much, and I don't think everyone had access to ice at home, so I think it was just awesome to have everyone back. And I think more than anything, people were just excited to be playing hockey again and back with our teammates. So I think it's had its ups and downs. Practicing without games gets a little bit old, but I think we've done a good job. Like, practices have been fun, and we've scrimmaged a lot, and the coaches are mixing up the drills. So practice has been fun every day, and I think people look forward to going to the rink.
Right. I actually caught up with your head coach, Dave Flint, yesterday, and he said the return was kind of overwhelming in a sense. That might have been for him or the team as a whole, but how was it for you personally to come back and get going?
Yeah, I'm sure it was hard for the coaches to kind of plan practice and a lot of regulations. I know we weren't able to do like battle drills and scrimmages right off the bat, but I was kind of just approaching practice with just the mindset that I was happy to be there and getting shots and with my teammates again. So I think it was probably overwhelming in the aspect that we've never really dealt with this before, and it was kind of a learning experience for everyone, but it didn't take long, I think, for our team to get in the routine and our coaches, and I think it's just gradually become pretty normal.
So when I'm actually going to take it back a few years, when you came to Northeastern as a freshman, it was in 2017. Brittany Bugalski, she was the goalie at the time, right? And she was a very talented one. I had the pleasure of reading her article on the Red and Black, and she mentioned during that year she had kind of a challenging year. So how did you see her struggle?
Yeah, Britt was always a mentor to me, and from my first day on campus, she welcomed me, and she pushed me to be my best every year that I had with her, which was just 2 years. But I kind of watched her struggle just a little bit, and I think that I don't exactly know what it was for her. Maybe it was just a little bit of confidence, but she was always just a supportive teammate for everyone. And when she was struggling a little bit, she never really, as I'm sure you read about in that article, it never really took away from the like high spirits of the team. And she was always just a great leader and a very supportive teammate, and ultimately just wanted us to win. So she didn't really necessarily care if she was playing or not, but she was happy that we were having success, whether or not she was on the bench kind of cheering us on or if she was in net. But yeah, there were a few times where I had to go into the games like halfway through or a little bit more, just if Britt was struggling a little bit, or not even Britt, just if our team was struggling, just to kind of change the momentum a little bit. And that's kind of how I earned my first few starts, which I think came my freshman year in November.
Did you struggle at all knowing that you were getting some of these opportunities to play over a veteran goalie who was well known by the team, well respected by the team? Was that a struggle for you at all?
I think more than anything, I was just a little bit nervous to get into my first college games, but I think I knew that I had like some respect for my teammates as I tried to work hard in practice, and I think that was recognized by them early on, is that I'm not really someone that just expects to be given opportunity, but rather I worked really hard in practice. And when I was given those opportunities, I felt pretty ready and prepared for them. And I was always supporting Britt to the best of my ability as well. And when she had a great game, I was always super happy for her. So I think we just kind of fed off each other, and ultimately that led to our team having success.
Yeah, you mentioned the support between you and Britt often. Do you think through this process you really were each other's support system?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think she was just a great role model for me, and I learned so much about kind of what it takes to be successful at the college level, just watching her preparation. And she's just so big on just doing all the little things right. And that was something I learned from her and our leadership group that year in general. But I think we definitely had each other's back.
It was kind of funny, actually. Dave Flint yesterday, he said he remembers something of you and Brittany watching film together in a room with him. And he said it was comical because you were looking at each other's style of play and you were laughing because he said, we're so opposite. We are such opposite goalies. So do you feel like you were able to adopt any of Brittany's style of play, or do you think you were unique in your own way during this time?
I think I was unique, but I think that we definitely learned stuff from each other, and especially doing goalie practice once a week. We did that every Wednesday. We'd watch each other and we'd kind of see what's working, what isn't working. And I can't necessarily play how Britt does, and she can't necessarily play how I do. But you always learn a lot from watching other good goalies, and goalie is a position that's kind of ever changing and evolving. And I think that watching each other try new things was definitely helpful. And I think that I maybe brought out a little bit more of an aggressive style in her, and she kind of taught me to be a little bit more reserved and technically sound. And I think we worked off each other, but at the end of the day, we are pretty unique and different styles.
Right. And that's exactly what your coach said. He said it was kind of fun to watch you because you were so aggressive in net. He said, but one thing that really sticks out about you is you have unbelievable instincts and you are extremely athletic, and then you battle in the net. And these are just a few things that make you a successful goaltender. But that success includes 3 Hockey East championships, being named the MVP, 2 first seasons, and then being an All-American, and a long list of other accomplishments. So that's great for you. Good for you. But what do you attribute that success to?
I think it's a lot of things. I think coming to Northeastern was a great choice for me. I think having Coach Flint as a resource for me has been something I definitely fall back on pretty frequently. He was a goalie himself, and he's always doing extra stuff with me, whether it's going over video or extra time on the ice, working on things that I need to. And I know he's watching over me at practice, so he's not afraid to step in and give me some tips during practice, even though it's not a goalie session or anything like that. But I think that, and in combination with having just such a strong team and getting to practice with them every day. We have Alina Mueller and Maureen Murphy now, and like I just get to practice with girls that have great shots and just are so dedicated to getting better. And I think that that just pushes me to be more competitive, and that and the great leadership we've had has probably made me the player I am. And I'd say, yeah, it's a combination of Coach Flint and the teammates I have, and the opportunity to come to Northeastern.
Right. And Coach Flint being a goaltender back when he played hockey too is a huge benefit for you. What is your relationship like with him?
I think our relationship has definitely grown over the past couple of years. I think freshman year, we didn't interact as much. We always did video and stuff together, but I think I really learned that over the years that he's such a great resource for me. So I think we've grown even closer because I'm not afraid to reach out to him and get his opinion on stuff. And I know he's always there for me, and he's more than willing to help me, especially when I'm struggling. Maybe I have a bad game, or at times like this when I'm at a camp and I want to reach out to him, get his advice or whatever it may be. I think I've just become more comfortable with him, and I'm not ever like afraid to go up to coach's office or anything that maybe a freshman would be anymore, but it's a comfortable place now, and I like picking his brain about stuff.
Yeah, he said he never really has to intervene with the way that you're playing or how tough you are on yourself. But he said, it's easy to talk to you because you have a great sense of. One thing that he said is he really wants to support you through your dreams and your goals. And he mentioned that one of your dreams and goal is to make the Olympic team in 2022. Is that the main focus for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously care a lot about the success of the Northeastern program, and that's always a priority to me. And I love seeing my teammates succeed and watching this program do great things. And freshman year was our first program Hockey East win. So just kind of watching the program evolve is something that is still a goal of mine. I think that this program needs a national championship soon. And of course, I have my eyes set on maybe making a national team roster again. That would be incredible. But I think it starts with my Northeastern success. I think that's also part of the reason why I got noticed by USA Hockey. And then that was just because I was doing things right here at Northeastern, and success was coming for our team for a number of reasons. But I think I think those are kind of two separate goals, my Northeastern goals and my USA Hockey goals, but they kind of come together, I would say.
Yeah, you've had 3 Hockey East championships up to this point, so you want to take it a step further now.
For sure.
It's been a tease. But yeah, USA Hockey, that's incredible as well. You just came back from the U.S. national team evaluation camp. How was that? What was that experience like for you?
It was super fun. It's always a super competitive environment going to those camps, and it's the best of the best, and there's great players there, and it's kind of super fun to see how you stack up against them and competing, and it's just fun. I mean, it's the best hockey there is out there for women's, and it's an honor to be there. I would say it's tiring. It was a tiring week. I think I could use a couple of days off, but it was nice to have two teammates there with me as well, and it was great to see them crush the week as well. And yeah, it was just a great opportunity, and I hope to be invited again in the future.
Coach Flint said it doesn't normally happen during this time of the year because of COVID. So how interesting was it to kind of go off mid-semester?
Yeah, it was definitely weird. This camp was originally scheduled for August, but due to COVID, it got kind of pushed back, and I don't think they were ever certain that it was going to take place. But we were lucky enough to be able to have testing done and stuff like that, and the medical staff there was incredible, and we were able to successfully have the camp, and I'm so glad that we did. And I think they kind of have their eyes on another camp, but I think it's just going to depend on how the whole situation plays out with the pandemic, and fingers crossed that it works out.
Right, absolutely, and the same goes for the season this year. But it seems like you've got very ambitious goals, and I'm very excited to see where you go. And this year, we hope to see you out there sooner rather than later.
Thank you. I hope so as well.
Well, thank you for coming on again. It was a pleasure to get to talk to you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.